So I switched my angle up. I'm changing my setup up. I will show it in a future video. But the stock market, it's going okay. The portfolio, it's at 49K. The last time I think it was about like 50K. Last time I showed it last week. Not the best week, but it's Opendoor is holding steady-ish. It went down 4% today. It's still moving a little bit, and at the aftermarket, it's in at like $9.40, or sorry, $9.53. Um, we're holding strong. I've got 50K to my name. I only invested 3.8K or 3.6K, and I'm really hoping to end the year with 100K, if not more. And if Opendoor hits $15 minimum before November 21st, I will have $100,000 to my name. I will put all 100,000 into probably YMAX at first, stock based or made by YieldMax ETFs. What they do is they do options trading for me, so I don't have to worry about it. But they'll pay me a dividend every single week at about 2%, I believe. It comes out to 70% a year. And I have a spreadsheet open that I will show you real fast. So this spreadsheet is showing you how much I could hypothetically make with everything in a yield max over here on this side, in this box right here. Over here, this is Coney. But for YMAX, if I put in $100,000, right, 100,000, I can have 100,000 of my own cash, borrow 300,000 with margin on Robinhood, have a total of $400,000, and okay, the average that I came out with was more like 1.346%. So it's less than 2%, but every week I would start out getting paid $5,000. $5,000? Whoa. Okay, that's how much a year? If I pull up my calculator, 5,000 times 52 for 52 weeks, that's $260,000 a year. What? Off of 100,000? Also borrowing money, but anywho, um, the low end would be 200,000 or $260,000. That's absolutely absurd. And every week it goes up because I will have dividend reinvestment. If you do not know what that does, YMAX will pay me, and then it hits my account the next day, the next business day that the stock market is open. They will reinvest that cash, aka $5,000, into YieldMax, and in doing so, my original amount or my invested amount would be $105,000, a little more, and I can borrow even more money. So while I get paid 5K, I can borrow another 15K and make even more cash. So this is per week, 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, all the way down to 52 weeks. Mathematically, if it was a 1.346% dividend every single week on average, hypothetically, I could have my 100,000 be $1.45 million after 1 year, after 1 calendar year, as long as I put in the money, borrow the money, get paid the dividend off of the total amount that's invested, I reinvest it, and I do that for a whole calendar year. And then I'll have $1.45 million to my name before I'm 20, which is crazy. And I'd get paid $78,000 a month in dividends, but it goes up every month. So I could just work a 9 to 5 for 1 year, quit it, never work again, or I could start my own companies or whatever. I can do my own stuff for the rest of my life. I could be a YouTube streamer, I could be a Twitch streamer, I could do social media, I could do affiliate marketing, I could start my own companies, I could start a hedge fund, which I kind of want to do, but probably not. It's an idea. But I mean, if I just okay, if I just drag this a little more, let's say let's say 104 weeks. So after 2 years, right? Okay. 52 times 2, 104, right? So after 2 years, $22 million. Oh, oh, that's amazing. $22 million. I'd be borrowing 66 million after that, but after 2 years, I'd be making $1 million a week, maybe. Mathematically, this is all mathematical statistic, or not technically statistically, but mathematically, this is what I could hypothetically be making at a 1.346% dividend every week, as long as I invest my money, I borrow money, and with that total amount, I get the dividend and reinvest it, and then borrow more money every single week. So while the stock dividend pays about 70% every year, I'm not including how much the price goes down of the stock, just the dividend. The 70% a year dividend, I'm making way more than 70%. Like if 100,000 turns into $1.45 million, just a 14 times increase. So as a percent, I think a 14 times increase is 1,400%. Correct me if I'm wrong. Every year, maybe? Oof, that's amazing. Now this is insanely leveraged, but after 2 years, I'd be controlling $88 million technically. Kind of. It's weird. But $22 million by, I guess, before I'm 21. So I'd have $1.45 million by the time before I'm 20. Yeah, so 52 is right here. I'll mark that. Just one. Or year one. Oh, that's actually insane. So what we're saying is I could be a multi-millionaire in 2 years. That is absolutely insane. That is beautiful. That is crazy. I look, here's my account. I'm gonna show you my account. I have 49K today. I put in 3.6K, not in February. This is over the last 7 months I've been investing. Actually, February 11th, 2025. Or well, just February 2025 to September 2025, I have made $46,000 almost. Supposed to be more by the end of the year, as long as everything goes well. So a $3,600 investment. If I don't add any more, 3.6K is maybe in the next calendar year gonna be let's say 1.5 million dollars. That is absolutely insane, absolutely beautiful. Even, I mean, that's insane. Like the thought of 3.6K that I saved as a high schooler working less than part-time, probably, like on average at most 20 hours a week. And I don't usually work 20 hours a week. That's at most. 3.6K to 1.5 million in a year. If that's real, if that's mathematically true, and if it's mathematically true that I have 22 million in 2 years, why would I not start a business? Like, why would I not try and keep doing stuff? Because I don't want to sit on my butt my whole life, right? before I'm 20. Okay, I'm 18. I turned 19 in February 2026. In a calendar year, I'll be 19 and I'll have allegedly 1.5 million. Then by the time I'm 20, I'll have 22 million. So before I'm 21, I'll have. That's crazy. So let's say I just had. Let's just say it didn't work out this well and I had 10 million in 2 years. That's $10 million still. That's 10 million. That's absolutely absurd. That's crazy. Crazy amazing. I cannot fathom. I cannot fathom that working right now. And I'm thinking about it and it's just absolutely insane. Now, I'm going to post this video to YouTube and I'm going to look back on this in a year and see how far I am. Now, for the time being, I'm going to keep my job. I'm going to graduate high school, get a better job that's full time. I'll probably keep living with my parents a little after high school. I don't know. But I mean, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be doing YouTube. I'll be streaming. I'll be doing as much as I can to make money so I don't have to pull out of my investments. And I'm going to let this run. I'm going to see how far I can let this run. Because if I can make over $1 million in the next year, just with a high school diploma and not working, not going to college, not doing really anything, and I can pursue my dreams, that's amazing. Now, I'm making this video just so I can rant about it because I love ranting about stocks. If you want to hear about stocks, I would love to hear your questions in the comments. I would love for you to ask me questions and I'll reply to them in the comments and I'll put them in a future video. I'll compile them. I'll answer everything you have because I really love investments. Like, if I did not invest my money and I just saved it, I'd probably have maybe 4K right now, 5K. I would probably not have more than $5,000 in my bank account. But because I've been investing, because I've been learning, because I've been looking into stocks for a year or two, but I've only been investing for 7 months. But because I've been looking into stocks for like 2 years ish, I've been able to learn how to do the basics of trading, what makes a company look good. And I don't know everything. I know basics, dude. I know what makes a company look good. I've heard quotes from Warren Buffett. I'm in a business class that's not talking about stocks yet, but talking about business. I'm I'm doing the basic stuff and I'm able to maybe find a way to live out my dreams. This is absolutely insane. If I can get up to $22 million in 2 years, if I can get up to $10 million in 2 years, if I can get $500,000 in the next year, that's somebody's salary over multiple years. Or that's I'm earning somebody's multiple year salary in 1 year. Or I'm earning holy crap, that's a lot of money, right? That's absolutely insane. Now, I just heard someone say something, but I gotta go to work now, and I love ranting about this stuff. So if you want to ask questions, if you want to understand how this equation works, because this is not investment advice, this is what I will do, um, and I will share when I do this on my channel. So if you'd like to keep in touch, like, subscribe, comment. I don't know, but I love talking about this. And if you guys want to learn about stocks, if you want to hear me rant about stocks more, I am happy to tell you. I love this stuff. But I'll also be showing my setup soon. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens now, 2 TVs, monitor, another TV, and In the corner right here, that's another TV that I will implement in my setup because it's going to be a lot more serious of a setup. I'm going to be looking at other ways to invest because right now I just buy the actual stock, just buy it and hold it, or I do options. And I do basic options. I do midterm options, like that last a few months, not a few days, not a few weeks, but a few months, not a year. So I do like midterm options, I'd say. But I'm going to be trying crypto. I'm going to be trying day trading at low scales, no more than $1,000 at a time. Because if I put in $1,000 and I lose 100, if I lose 200, that hurts. But I gotta learn, right? But I will. I'm gonna end this here, and I'm gonna go to work, and I might make a video later tonight, and I will keep making videos every single week until I'm a millionaire, at least until I'm a millionaire. So I'll catch you guys later, and I hope you have an amazing day. Adios.